Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope y'all are excited for a new video because I know I am. Currently, I have run out of contacts, so I've been wearing my glasses a lot. So I took them off of this video so that the light is not glaring on them. So excuse me if I'm squinting. It's just because I can't see anything at all. I'm like hashtag team almost blind. If you're like me, give this video a thumbs up. I feel your pain. But yeah, guys, I wanted to do a video all about how to be the PNM that every sorority wants. So a PNM is a potential new member, and that basically just means that you're going through rush week or recruitment or whatever your school likes to call it, but you are searching for a new home and finding a sorority that you fit in and that you love. So there are a lot of rules and ways and tricks around recruitment and how to do the best and basically give you the best results, kind of get who you want in a way, sort of thing, just the most appropriate way to act. So I have a lot of tips because I have been through that side of recruitment as well as been on the other side twice now, well, 3 times now. So I have a lot of information, I feel like, so I really want to help you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the tips, but before I do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because, guys, I'm putting out new videos a lot more frequently, at least once a week, so you guys want to see my face, right? Let's get it. So the first thing I want to talk about is your attitude, and this is extremely important during the entire recruitment process, because there's nothing worse than seeing a girl walk into your room or your house or whatever and she has a sour look on her face. She's just not happy to be there. You can tell she doesn't want to talk to you, and that really hurts, guys. Like, that is a very disrespectful and kind of rude to the girls that you're talking to. You know, these women love their organization and it's a huge part of their lives, and they're trying to share it with you and show you why they love it so much. So when you go in with a poor attitude and you're just not really enjoying yourself, it honestly makes you just not very approachable, and frankly, you don't come off very nice. The best advice that I can say for attitude is to treat every house with respect. Go in with an open mind. Put aside any stereotypes that you've heard about these houses or sororities, whatever you like to call them, and go in with an open mind. I stress this so much to everyone going through recruitment. Keep an open mind. You're probably going to hear things about sororities on your campus before you rush, and that's fine, but don't let that be your deciding factor on who you choose. So definitely go in, positive attitude, open mind, and put aside any stereotypes that you've heard. The next thing I'm going to talk about, and I get a lot of questions about, is what to actually talk about during sorority recruitment. This can be really difficult because you're meeting and talking to girls that you've never met in your entire life. You're not sure what you have in common or if you have anything in common at all, for that matter. So I want to say that each sorority is looking for certain things in their women that they're wanting to recruit. So like my sorority, we want to make sure that we have girls with high grades and they're interested in philanthropy and they're very well rounded and they take care of themselves and those types of things. So when you're talking to girls, I think some very important topics to stay on point would be, first, academics. You want to talk about classes that you're taking, your major, whether you're enjoying your classes. If you're not, just keep that to yourself. They don't really want to know the bad stuff. Keep it all positive. That's always a good mindset. But talk about your grades and, what kind of jobs you're hoping to get, or if you want to do internships or past experiences with work or jobs that you've had. That kind of stuff is really good and interesting to talk about during recruitment. Another big part of sororities is obviously philanthropy. So this is the second topic that I would say try to focus on. Talk about what you did in high school. Were you involved in clubs? Were you doing a lot of philanthropy and community service? Did you start a club? Did you start an organization? Or did you start raising money for something? Did you do a big project your senior year on, I don't know, there's just so many different things that you can do while you're in high school or when you're a freshman or sophomore in college, for those of you who are upperclassmen and rushing. But talk about those things. We want to hear what you guys have done and what you're passionate about, and, try to find a common ground with you there. Now let's talk about a few things to refrain from talking about. There's quite a few areas that you just kind of want to avoid or just not talk about in general. It's just kind of frowned upon and things like that. A couple of them being boys. Um, these girls, I get it. If you've been in a relationship for a very long time, your boyfriend's a very big part of your life, and they understand that completely. But they don't want to hear about your boyfriend. They want to hear about you and what you have to offer, and whether or not they click with you and you click with them. So you want to talk about yourself, and that is kind of weird for some people, but stick away from boys. Also with boys, it's very inappropriate to ask things like, what fraternities do you guys hang out with? Or do you get to hang out with a lot of boys? Do you meet a lot of boys? And things like that. That's just kind of no. So don't do that. Not a good idea. Um, Also, pertaining to boys, fraternities or parties. I suggest not talking about those. Don't bring up the fact that you got absolutely wasted last weekend at a party, or asking about how many parties they go to, if they're a party sorority or if they party, and things like that. It is a social organization that you're joining. So, yes, some people like enjoying hanging out with people and attending parties and things like that. However, not everyone does. And that shouldn't be the reason why you're joining a sorority in the first place. So you don't want to give off that impression. Topics that I suggest focusing on, though, would still be academics, philanthropy, asking them about their sisterhood, the history of their sorority, Greek life in general on campus are great things to ask about. Ask what type of sisterhood events they do. Ask about like their favorite memory of being in their sorority, or what it was like for them on bid day, or just there are so many things you can ask about. Just really try to reach out to them and get their experiences so that you can feel that somewhere that you feel like you're really going to belong to. The third topic I'm going to go ahead and move on to now is attire and your physical appearance. Yes, this sounds very shallow, and I understand that, but physical appearance is important. You want to make the best impression possible. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy all brand new clothes and put on loads and loads of makeup, but you need to be showering, bathing, looking your best, because that's going to make you feel your best. You're going to feel confident when you're wearing something that you love and you know is flattering, and you're going to feel more confident when your hair and yourself is kept together and very neat and tidy. So I suggest, making sure your clothes are clean. They're like wrinkle free, and it's something that you feel comfortable in. Don't wear something just because you think it's hot or they'll like it. Wear something that you want to wear and that you love, because that confidence is really going to show through. Just keep in mind with clothes, the three B's: boobs, butt, and belly. Keep them hidden. You don't want to be showing too much skin, that kind of thing. You know what? Just we'll leave it at that. My fourth topic I want to address is nonverbal cues. This can be anything from lack of eye contact, looking around the room, things like that. Girls, notice it. Make direct eye contact. Show that you're interested in the conversation. The next thing would be posture. Are your shoulders back? Are you standing up straight and exuding confidence? If you're not, you're probably sitting there hunched over and you're looking like you're shy and you just don't really care about what's going on. Same goes for how you're talking. Are you smiling when you're talking, or are you just looking like you're really pissed off and upset and don't want to be there? That kind of stuff is very important when it comes to conversations. And the last and final topic that I think will really help you guys when you're going through recruitment is to come prepared. By this I mean searching on Tumblr, Facebook, websites, Instagrams, Twitters of all the chapters at your school. Look through, see what they're all about. Are they more about philanthropy, or are they clearly just social? You want to really get into that and see what they're doing and what their life is like and what these girls have to offer you. It'll really give you a good insight into their chapter and everything else that they have. And having that background information really does help you kind of think of some topics that you would want to bring up. So maybe you saw an Instagram post about them passing out Smarties, little candies during finals, like finals week. You can say, oh, I saw that you guys were passing out Smarties during finals week. Like, what type of other things like that do you do around campus? And that honestly will spur a conversation like that. It'll give you things to talk about and it won't leave you with an awkward moment. Okay, guys, that is all of my tips and how you guys can be the PNM that every sorority will want on your campus. So keep these things in mind when you're going through sorority rush week because it can be a very stressful time. I get it. I've been there and done that. So these things will hopefully help you out. If they did, or if they do, or if you liked this video at all, give it a thumbs up so I know you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below and let me know when you guys are going through sorority rush. I know it's December now when I'm posting this. However, I know there's lots of girls going through spring recruitment. So good luck to all of you who are doing that. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye, y'all.